Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today we're going to talk about what the Lakers should trade for Anthony Davis. It was reported by Woj that Anthony Davis does not plan to sign an extension with the Pelicans and that he has requested a trade. It was also reported that Davis prefers a trade to a team that allows him the chance to win consistently and compete for a championship. For the Lakers, if there's any time to trade for Davis, it's now, as the Celtics cannot make a trade for Davis this season unless they trade Kyrie Irving. This is because of the Rose Rule that was implemented back in 2011 that prevents teams from having two Rose Rule contracts on their roster, which are what Davis and Kyrie both have. It seems highly unlikely that the Celtics would trade Kyrie Irving at this point after he's established himself as their leader and franchise player this season, which means the Lakers have to take advantage. The Lakers have between now and the trade deadline to come up with some sort of deal with the Pelicans, otherwise they run the risk of losing him to the Celtics this offseason, who have very good young players and a bunch of first-round picks. The Lakers don't really have much competition outside of the Celtics besides being in the Western Conference, because the Pelicans may not feel very inclined to give up Davis to a Western Conference team. The Lakers have every asset necessary to get him, such as young players and expiring contracts, which leads us to the question of what should the Lakers trade for Anthony Davis. It starts off with KCP, who's making $12 million this season and would be the piece in the trade that would help match up the salaries. Anthony Davis is making $25.4 million this season, and the Lakers need to get to around that to make the trade legal, because there will be multiple players in return coming on minimum deals with both rosters already at 15 players. The Lakers could include Rondo instead of KCP, but they need to include even more players to the deal to match Davis's salary, which would complicate it a lot more. Assuming KCP is in the deal, then the Lakers can add any combination of Lonzo, Ingram, and Kuzma, as long as they add other pieces that match up to Davis's salary. Lonzo is on $7.5 million, Ingram is on $5.8, and Kuzma is on $1.7. The Lakers almost have to include Lonzo or Ingram in the deal because both of their salaries are much more expensive than Kuzma's. They could just put both of them in the deal, which would be the easiest way for them to match up to Davis's contract, but we don't know if that'll be enough to entice the Pelicans. The Lakers will have to include a lot of their young pieces to get the deal to work, and there isn't really much of a choice for them. Kyle Kuzma would be a nice fit with the core of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but he also might have the most trade value, and the Pelicans might not even do the deal if they don't include Kuzma. If Kuzma is in the package along with KCP, then they might be able to get away with just adding Lonzo or Ingram to the trade. Trading both of them along with Kuzma would probably make the deal work, but it would leave the Lakers with almost nothing left. The Lakers should try everything they can to limit the deal to just two players from the young core. They can throw in as many draft picks and less prospective young players like Wagner or Svi, but they shouldn't give up all three of Lonzo, Kuzma, and Ingram. Even with Anthony Davis on the roster, who's a 25-year-old superstar, the Lakers wouldn't have much of a future after LeBron James if they gave up all three of those pieces. Keeping one of them along with Davis would at least give them two cornerstone players that they can build the team around. With just Davis, they'd go back to looking like the current Pelicans or maybe the 05 Lakers after they trade Shaq. For this season, if the Lakers are able to pull off this trade, they'd almost guarantee themselves a shot at challenging the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. LeBron has faced the Warriors in 4 straight finals and understands that team almost better than themselves, and by adding a superstar like Davis with the length and versatility he has, they'd be very formidable competition. After this season, the Lakers will have nearly max salary room to add someone in free agency. It all depends on who they include in the Anthony Davis deal to know exactly what kind of cap space they will have, but they should have roughly $32 million in most scenarios. This is about $1 million short of the contract it would take to sign Kawhi Leonard or Klay Thompson, and $6 million short of signing Kevin Durant. The Lakers could offload one of their less expensive guaranteed deals like Isaac Bonga to make room for the Kawhi Leonard max, but getting Kevin Durant would require them to give up pretty much everyone except LeBron and Davis. No matter what, if the Lakers can add Kevin Durant to a core of LeBron and Davis, then they definitely should. This is just a breakdown of what it would take to make that happen. Whoever the Lakers trade for Davis, they need to try and get him now. This is not like the Kawhi or Paul George situations where they had the leverage of being the preferred destination. Anthony Davis is younger than both, and adding him next to LeBron would immediately put the Lakers in title contention. Even though the Lakers should try to do everything they can to keep at least one of their primary young pieces, if they can add Davis and a Kawhi Leonard or Kevin Durant to the mix, that would immediately shift them towards being title favorites. It'll be interesting to see if the deal actually happens before the deadline, and who the Lakers give up, because that'll completely change the dynamic of not just the Lakers, but the entire league. That's all I have for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more content like this surrounding the Lakers, then make sure you subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you drop a like, and thanks for watching.